25 years in the military. What does it show you? SFARTEATC, our hostage rescue school, teaches me close quarters battle, teaches me what I need in a firearm. Time in a recon platoon, running through the jungle, running through the desert, running through the forest, teaches me what I need in a firearm. Spending time doing regular desert ops, urban ops, working around with firearms teaches me what I need in a firearm. I need reliability, I need accuracy, but I also need a compact weapon system that can become an extension of my body, give me the speed and the mechanical edge so that I can defeat any foe that's to my front. I need to be able to mitigate recoil, yes, but I need to be able to have all the other features that I need. For that, I'm proud to release the TR-1 carbine. Why did I choose Tactical Edge?
When we first introduced the Tactical Edge line of weapons, parts, and accessories, we released our DLC bolt carrier group. Now at the time, nickel boron was the industry standard, but through research, DLC was 30% less friction and it was 30% stronger than nickel boron, which ultimately let your weapon run cooler, smoother, and it required less lubricant, ultimately leading to a more reliable weapon system.
Veteran-owned company, so what? That's important. This is Americana right here. This is what this is about. Now, high quality. Yeah, there are other high quality companies out there, but when these guys were first fielding some of their brand new parts during R&D, they were doing it with 2nd Battalion, 5th Special Forces Group. Those are my brothers. And this R&D is actually being done overseas in Syria and other places. And these guys listen to the war fighters. And it's not just, well, hey, this 3-gun guy said that this is the best gun that's out there. No, these are listening to the actual war fighters on the ground. Not just me, they listen to all the other war fighters. So when you start putting a gun together, Tactical Edge is getting everyone's opinion.
And that feedback goes into the development of all of our products. From our AAH to our advanced combat trigger, we provide the end user with one of the most adaptable weapons interfaces available. And we carry that on today with the release of our first ever ambidextrous billet receiver sets.
So that's why I chose Tactical Edge. All right, so any firearm at all, I'm not building a 3-gun rifle here. I'm not building a EDC thing. I need something I can go to battle with, war fighters. And it doesn't matter if it's everyday carry, right? Isn't that the same thing? If you're protecting your family or you're protecting your home or you're protecting your nation, you still need to, any competition, are you not fighting for the rest of your life if it's combat, right? So number one, first and foremost, it has to have reliability. It has to be reliable. Every time I hit that light switch, I have the faith that that light switch is gonna turn on. Yes. Likewise, I need to have a firearm that when I throw that fun switch and I pull that trigger, it every time has got to go bang and turn off that enemy's light switch. After reliability, I have to have accuracy. Yeah, you can throw parts together. Anybody can build an AR and yeah, it's gonna go bang. I need it to go bang reliably, but I also need to have maximum accuracy, that the potential that barrel length has, and I can get that with this Tactical Edge gun. After that, reliability, accuracy, I've got to have the mechanics. Muscle memory, yes, but I have to have the speed to go with it. So I needed to find that small package that I could quickly move around and get into the fight. And anything that I can do to cheat Guys, if it's combat, it's not cheating. So ambidextrous selector levers, how about 45 degrees, so I don't even need to move it 90. I'm shaving that 1,000th of a second. That's nothing, right? No, it is something. When you're in a gunfight, the guy at the other end of the room, he cannot miss you with that AK. He cannot miss you. You have got to have the speed to be the first one to get on the trigger in the gunfight.
We utilize active duty Green Berets from the 5th Special Forces Group here at the Tactical Edge as part of our R&D program. Our pro staff has over 70 years of special operations experience, and that experience paired with real-life feedback allows us to create one of the most reliable and accurate weapons platforms that are available on the market today.
All right, so everybody goes with these shorty AR pistols. Yeah, the ATF says, yeah, they've got the little loophole on the books. You can get a 12.5-inch upper. It's a rifle, yes, but according to the ATF, they're letting you say that it's a pistol. You don't have to get that $200 tax stamp. You do not have to register it with the ATF, but you have to have a arm brace, not a stock. And you can't have a vertical foregrip. They've got little restrictions. That's all fine, guys. That's total bullcrap. It is. The reality is, at any given time, any politician can say, "Oh, we're going to take that loophole out," and now you can't have your arm brace on your guns, and everybody's getting poo-poo face out there. The reality is, guys, it's not an arm brace. It's not a pistol. It is a rifle. So I want something that I'm going to run it as a rifle anyways. I'm going to put it to my shoulder, so I don't want to mess with the arm brace and saying guys have to worry about what they put on their gun so it's no longer considered a rifle. But at the same time, I didn't want all of you or me to have to do the $200 tax stamp and get it registered as a short barrel rifle. This is my rifle. I don't want anyone else to care about it. So how do we do that? Bobby, the guys from Tactical Edge, they're like, Karl, to go as short as possible while still being legal, completely legal. You don't gotta hide this from nobody. The 13.7-inch rifle from Tactical Edge, it's 13.7-inch barrel, but we've pinned the SOCOM brake on the end of it. So we are legal 16-inch all day long. Let the ATF guy call you out on it. Brother, hand it to him. Let him ride that thing. This is a legal rifle, legal for everyone, legal for everyone. Now, so why do we choose the Surefire SOCOM brake? Now, that's the brake that's pinned on the end of it. Why do we choose it? Well, because nobody's running the AAC brakes anymore. Nobody running all these other brands. Everybody that knows is going to the Surefire SOCOM brake. Why? Well, it's what SOCOM's running, yes, but this son of a gun is effective. Watch this gun run, gents. It does not move at all. It completely compensates, right? Because that's what a muzzle brake is supposed to be doing. It completely compensates for that recoil impulse. You can run this gun as fast as you can pull that trigger, and it's not running all over the place. It is very, very effective. Loud, maybe. All right, so don't be a bad guy standing to my left and right. Be the bad guy standing in front of me, and I'm gonna eat you alive with this SOCOM brake. It's pinned, it is legal length, and it'll take any Surefire can. Now, the way the can's attaches, it's the SOCOM brake is slotted. The can slides on, locks right in place. So the handguard is sat back enough so you can mount a suppressor on it. So having the ability to mount any Surefire can on it, it just makes the Surefire SOCOM brake the perfect choice for this gun. All right, so which rail do you put on this gun? You gotta have a handguard, right? But we want rail attaching points for all of our accessories that we're gonna put on the guns. Again, we're trying to go compact size, but this is my gun. I want the best of the best. The best of best wasn't out there. It wasn't. Again, get with Tactical Edge. Tactical Edge gets one. It's 13-inch long WRS TR-1. WRS, Warfighter Rail System, TR-1. That's the part number for this one. It is just long enough that you get full use of it, full length of it, but it's short enough so you can run that Surefire can mounted on the gun. Now, it has the M-LOK attachment system on it. Obviously at all the 90-degree points, up top 90 degrees, 180, all the way around. But it also has M-LOK at 45 degrees on it. What does this do? This gives you the best user interface available. Literally anywhere, no matter how you grip that gun, wherever you want the pads for your flashlights, wherever you want the pad to so you can flip up that spring-loaded front sight post. No matter what you want to put on this gun, you can attach pretty well everywhere. One of the things I like the most about this carbine is the Tactical Edge Advanced Combat Trigger. And now this puppy is lightweight, it's crisp, it's like breaking a glass rod, right? Why do I like it? That's awesome. It's a lightweight trigger, it's reliable, it's fast, it's very, very accurate. One of the reasons why I like it is it's good for dry firing. What do I mean by that? Now, normally you run their selector lever to semi, you pull the trigger, hammer falls, you get the click. Then you've got to rack the gun to put it back on safe. Not the case with this the TE Advanced Combat Trigger. You can still place it back on safe and the trigger does not move a lick. Put it back on semi, and even though the hammer's already fallen, you still get movement with the trigger. Put it back on safe, no movement with the trigger. How'd they do that? Is it magic? No, it doesn't matter how they did that. What matters is this is still a very, very reliable trigger system, and those of us that can't afford to shoot 2,000 rounds of live ammo a week, we can still do dry firing at home. Guys, I do as much dry firing as I do live fire shooting. All your pros do also. You want to get better at shooting, you need to be able to dry fire. Now, everybody knows you can dry fire with a pistol. That's fine, but remember that pistol, that's your backup. Your primary, if I'm going to a gunfight, guys, I'm gonna bring a rifle with me. So what should I be dry firing with? More, my pistol or my rifle? You need to be dry firing with that rifle, that primary weapon system, and this Advanced Combat Trigger by Tactical Edge, it's gonna let you do that. Tactical Edge went with the Radian Talon 45 to 90 selector lever. Now, the reason why it's called 45-90 is if you want to run it at 45 degrees, you can run it 45 degrees. But if you're one of those guys hard set, oh, Karl, I want a 90 degree because that's my muscle memory. That's what I'm set up for. Roger, brother, we're here for you. You literally pull the edges off, flip it around, and now you've got a 90 degree. So you have that choice, your personal preference. It already comes on the gun. You want to run it 90, you can run it 90. If you're like me, you're trying to save time, I like to just run it 45 degrees. I can do that with the Radian Talon. You gotta have backup iron sights. Why? Because while optics are more reliable now, optics do sometimes die. Train for combat, right? So what do you do when you bring it up and you don't have that red dot? What I do is how I hold the weapon is my thumb sits right next to the lever for my spring-loaded pop-up Magpul backup iron sights. They're spring-loaded, so if you bring it up, now you don't have to put up the rear sight and the front sight. Look through that dead aim point, look through that dead EOTech, whatever your optic is, literally, as you bring it up, there's no dot, hit the button with your thumb, it's already there, front sight pops up, use your front sight through that open, turned off optic. Guys, it's accurate enough. I have crushed 50-meter targets doing that, 25-meter targets with it, 10 meters inside the room, run that front sight post, you're back in the fight. All right, so you gotta have a stock with it. You gotta remember, having that stock and that grip, that's 2 of the 3 points of contact, right? The stock, you're gonna dig it in the pocket of your shoulder. Stock, you're gonna dig it into your cheek weld on the gun. Guys skimp there. No, Guys, we're building this best that's out there. So we went with the Magpul MOE SL stock. It's slimmed down, it allows you to get tight up on the gun. You can still adjust it for length, obviously. Sometimes you're wearing body armor, sometimes you're not. But this puppy is rock solid. Add to that the K2 grip that's got a slightly different angle. And what you're finding is even with the stock all the way clapped shut, you can still pull that gun tight up into your shoulder and you can run this gun. You can run this gun accurate and fast. All right, so we went with the Mod 2 charging handle. Same as a regular charging handle, it just has a slightly larger releasing lever on the left side of the gun. Why? Because sometimes heat of the moment, sometimes you're wearing gloves, sometimes you're in the dark, sometimes you're odd angle trying to do reload in the floorboard of a vehicle or underneath a vehicle. You need to rack that charging handle, you need to rack it right now. You have that larger handle, positive purchase, gives you the extra grip that you need to rack that charging handle. I got asked, why didn't you go with it on both sides? Right? A lot of the 3-gun guys run it on both sides of the gun. Honest, no, because I still need open access to hit that forward assist. If my weapon's out of battery, dirt, dust, whatever, I need to be able to hit that forward assist on the right side of the gun. So for me, my gun, I chose to go with the Mod 2 charging handle. All right, so I like having a hand stop. Some guys used to run the broomsticks. Some guys would run 45-degree hand stops. I like a smaller hand stop. A lot of people call them a barricade stop or a barricade brace. So you can dig it into a barricade. Yeah, you can dig it into a barricade if that's what you're doing at the time. But for me, that's a perfect size because while I like a slick handguard, I need to be able to manhandle that gun, pull it tight into my shoulder to allow me to manage recoil. And I can do that with the Mini AAH, the Advanced Angle Hand Stop by Tactical Edge. It's the perfect size. That's what I chose to put on this gun. All right, so this is a signature rifle. We have put the Tactical Rifleman logo engraved on the rail. Now, the color, I chose the color. Why? Because my time in a recon platoon, my time as a sniper. I've got 4 sniper schools under my belt. I've got all these combat deployments. The military guys, we would all spray paint our guns. Why? Well, when you start looking at target indicators, there's nothing black in nature. The darkest shadow, if it's on a tree, a log or a stump, it is the darkest brown. If it's the darkest shadow on the side of a building, it's still a shadow. It's the darkest color. So I wanted to go with a color that is found in nature. So again, parts of it are colored, parts of it are not. It helps break up the outline of the gun. Again, signature gun. Why? Because this is my gun. It's what I think is the best of everything that's available right now, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud to put the Tactical Rifleman logo on this carbine right here.